Sir, good evening, sir. May I start, sir? Chennai, sir?
Okay, Amresh, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon to and good evening to one and all. A warm welcome to 5th Doctoral Research International Conference on Social Sciences, Humanities and Interdisciplinary Research. Every month we are organizing an international conference and doctoral research conference. Actually, here heavy rain started all northeastern states. So a warm welcome to today's keynote speaker, Professor P. Chinnaya sir, my own guru, and noble participants, Professor Prabhasankar Sukla sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Northeastern Hill University, Professor Raja Reddy sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sri Venkateswara University. Today we have another keynote speaker, Dr. T. Vijay Kumar sir from NIRD PR, NERC, Guwahati, Assam. Professor Mithali Kawar ma'am, Principal MORAN College, Dr. Rajendra Prasad Bhattaku sir, Coordinator MORAN College, IQAC. Professor B.S. Mipun sir, ISTD Chairperson, Shillong Chapter. Professor A.S. Dikshit sir, Director, IQAC. Today, the session chaired by Dr. Dinesh Bhatia sir, Department of Biomedical Engineering, NEHU, and Dr. Srutasini Gogoi madam, Coordinator, Head, Department of Philosophy, MORAN College. So here, social sciences, humanities, and interdisciplinary research. Right now, we are doing only discipline-specific research more, but NEP 2020, Honorable Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi ji, through NEP 2020, already they suggested it is your duty to do research interdisciplinary, intradisciplinary, and multidisciplinary approach. So how he given best example for COVID vaccination. Today, I read article 192 crores of vaccination over. For 192 crores of vaccine we provided to our citizens of India. Really, it is great achievement. Credit goes to our Honorable Prime Minister of India. So this one jointly organized by IQAC, NEHU, and Indian Society for Training Development, ISTD, Shillong Chapter, Department of Philosophy and IQAC MORAN College, and Department of Philosophy, the SVU Computer Center, Sri Venkateswara University, Dr. Nagarajasri Madam, she is Director, Computer Center. So there are so many online tools are also available. I don't want to read because already we are 10 minutes late. Different types of research here, three research scholar, even fourth one also, if time permits, we'll invite Professor P. Chinnaya sir and Dr. T. Vijay Kumar sir going to deliver keynote address, or will always concentrate education and philosophical. Maybe Vijay Kumar sir take care about the technological related technique aspects. Today we have four paper presenters, Madhusmita Vaja and joint paper Professor Swaruparani. They are from Department of Education, Acharya Nagarjuna University, Andhra Pradesh. Rwanda Asne Anal, she is my PhD fourth scholar. Already she submitted. She is waiting for her viva. And Disnara Begum from Assam and Dr. Vedia Martang from NEHU itself. And if time permits, I will Muhammad Safir from Tamil Nadu. Actually, is from Kerala doing a PhD from your university, Tamil Nadu. The titles of the presentation: Effectiveness of Flipped Learning Model on Academic Achievement and Academic Motivation of Students of Social Science. Here, the practice of Information and Communication Technology, ICT, Teacher Education Program in Manipur. Recently, this article is shared out, published. Influence of socio-economic status and education on empowerment of Muslim women in Barpeta district, Assam. Recently, she shared something about how much problem and what type of problems he is facing to collect data from women from Muslim backgrounds. And myself and Dr. Srutasini Gogoi Madam, our Professor Chennai sir, qualitative data analysis software is a need of the hour. Many researchers are not aware of qualitative data analysis softwares. So now I am going to start our program Vande Mataram. Then we will invite Professor Chennai sir for a keynote address and Vijay Kumar sir.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujala Sukhada, Malaya Shitala, Sasya Shyamala Mataram, Vande Mataram, Shubhrajyosna Pulakitayamini, Pullakusumita Drumadala Shobhini, Suhasini Sumadhura Bhashini, Sukhadam Varadam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram.
Thank you. Now I'm requesting Professor P. Chennai sir, my own guru, to deliver keynote address, and it may be very helpful for our young research scholars and teachers. Over to Professor Chennai sir.
Respectable coordinator, Dr. Amresh sir, with the design of the program and who is inspiringly organizing these programs with a very effective manner, and Dr. Vijay Kumar garu, Dr. Venkatrao garu, Dr. Venkateswara garu, Ganapati, and all the participants of this program. In the life, we have various types of experiences through education. Experience without having any practical understanding, learning without having any practical experience. We have different type of learning experiences. So we have knowledge, we have experience. Knowing information without experience is the information. So experience is learning through some practical activity. We get knowledge through various sources. So education means awakening of intelligence and the fostering of integrated life. So here, doctoral research, philosophy, doctor of philosophy, PhD means doctor of philosophy. Here we have two terms. One is philosophy and another is a doctor. A doctor is a one who gives solutions for various types of diseases. It may be a physiological diseases or a mental diseases, or a doctor is one who solves many problems. So here, a doctor is an expert who has a practical knowledge. So here, doing PhD in any faculty, any department relating with the human knowledge, we get knowledge, experience, understanding, analysis, various types of skills we find. So, so doing PhD is a wonderful thing. It is a noble degree. If one done any work on PhD, that may be very helpful for their employment, life, dignity, and everything. So in this connection, I will tell one important PhD thesis on M.N. Roy. So one PhD thesis awarded in the philosophy long back on M.N. Roy, Manavendranath Roy, is a contemporary Indian philosophy. His name is there in the syllabus in the contemporary Indian philosophy in the many universities of the country. So he's a very powerful speaker. So he sometime he involved in the Marxism and communism. So one PhD thesis awarded on M.N. Roy. So the important aspects in the PhD thesis awarded long back in Sri Venkateswara University. I'm telling some important findings for inspiration. So here M.N. Roy, he created one inspiring concept called radical humanism. So he got inspiration on Marxism, Marx philosophy. So what do you mean by Marx philosophy? Here historical materialism, dialectical materialism. So here dialectics. So the relation between the poor and the rich, the distribution of factors of production, land, labor, capital, organization, sharing of income for various types of factors of production. So here in the communism, we find the sharing of income for all factors and protecting the value of human labor. This we find in the communism also. The eradication of poverty, malnutrition, protecting human dignity we find in the communism. So here the unique concept, unique philosophy of M.N. Roy is radical humanism. So what do you mean by radical humanism? He said a radical humanism defined in the radical humanism, one is the oneness of human race. He's telling humanity is one. Human beings are one. They may be black or white or yellow or green or long or short or any type. So human consciousness is one. Humanity is one. They are feeling in the same in the suffering. They are feeling in the same in the laughing. They are feeling in the same in the success. They are feeling in the same in the defeat. We find the same types of human experiences. So the human consciousness is one. He's telling oneness of human race. So physiologically, the needs, the desires, the ambitions, the expectations, the goal, the behavior, the birth, the death, the life, the food, these are similar things we find in the humanity. That's why M.N. Roy is telling, so human race is one, oneness of human race. Another, he said, human beings have an extraordinary capacity to develop their inner energies. So here, what is the function of education? Education function is to awakening of all inner energies. In the same manner, M.N. Roy also telling, human being is a person of freedom, responsibility. He is taking guidance from his inner will to develop more energies. So here in the radical humanism said, the oneness of human race, at the same time, man has the ability to develop his own or her own capacities with an excellent manner to arrive at the inner harmony. What do you mean by inner harmony? Not having any conflict, peaceful life, pleasant life. So mind should be very harmony with the order. So with the harmonious relationship in the mind. At the same time, he's telling, create establishment of peaceful world. So here radical humanism creates four aspects. One is a oneness of human race. At the same time, man has extraordinary abilities to flower on the basis of inner motivation, and he has a capacity to arrive with harmonious manner inwardly. At the same time, in the external manner, he is ready to create a peaceful world. What do you mean by peaceful world? Peace is a living peacefully every day. Peace is means to be kind, to be love, not having any conflict, any contradiction. Peace in the mind creates peace in the world. The mind and the world are not different. The world is a reflection of the human being mind. That's why here M.N. Roy is telling we have to create more peace in the mind. So here the important aspects of Manavendra Roy, a inspiring Indian philosopher. He born in the West Bengal. So in 1887, in 1955, in this between this period, he lived. He has created one organization, for development of workers' welfare and the human development in the Bombay. That is called M.N. Roy Memorial Center. Previously, the center aim is desire for freedom. So in the labor field, in the working class, those who are working very seriously in the world, they have freedom to get sufficient wages, salary, rights, and everything. Desire for freedom. So, what are the important philosophical aspects we find in the M.N. Roy? So, he said about human being. So, he has given human values, freedom, knowledge, truth. He has given these values very importantly for the human being life. He is telling you have to go move with the freedom, knowledge, and truth. At the same time, you have to practice these values in everyday life. Freedom, freedom from the norm, freedom from bad behavior, freedom from contradiction, freedom from all evils, freedom from diseases. You need more freedom for getting more health, for more peace. That's why you need various types of dimensions of freedom for your pleasant life. At the same time, he's telling knowledge. You need more knowledge relating with the various dimensions of knowledge. Here, a practical knowledge, a theoretical knowledge, not the various branches of human life. So, if you have more knowledge, you will get more stability, more confidence, more enjoyment, more skillfulness. Knowledge is a power. Knowledge creates wisdom. So, if you have more practical knowledge, that knowledge itself is a great asset to you. So, you need more skills, more knowledge, understanding about the world and about yourself for a happy way of life. At the same time, he's telling truth. Truth is the most important, seeing exactly what it is. You have to understand the difference between poor and rich, haves and have-nots, exploitation, malnutrition, cunningness, inequalities in the society. You have to observe all affairs of human society and give solutions for a peaceful way of life. So he has coined two aspects. One is a free society and a good society. He is telling a free society is created by free human being. A free human being is one who has no jealousy, attachment, hatred, egoistic outlook, with a free mind, fresh mind, a person who has a love and affection, with a free mood, with a joyful mood, a person who is sharing something for other human beings is a free person. So he's telling free society is created by free human being. We need a free society. We need free human beings who are free from all types of self-centeredness and cunningness. And he's telling about a good society. Good society is created by good human beings. So what do you mean by good? He's according to M.N. Roy. So good means a person who is helping others, who is concerned for other human beings' problems, who is sharing something good for society. So he's an altruistic person. He's telling good society is created by good human beings. So he has what is meant by human being? He said human being is a rational animal. He's telling. So you have ration. You have to see what is truth, what is false, what is good, what is wrong, what is right and wrong, what is true and what is false. You need more discrimination. So he's telling what is our approach for human life. He said you have to question everything in the society and the world to know everything. If you miss questioning, you miss understanding. If you miss questioning, you won't get more clarity relating with. He is telling you have a faculty of reason, inductive reason and deductive reason, questioning, analyzing, approaching, discovering, inventing, creating, all types of things you may use for you with your reason. So use reason for your survival. At the same time, you have to do very carefully the questioning outlook. To know something about a human life, about knowledge, about society, you use the instrument of questioning. So questioning is the powerful instrument to avoid slavery in the society, to create peace in the society, to live very happily. So here in the MNRA, he said the human consciousness is one. So oneness of human race. Human beings have extraordinary capacities to flower themselves, and the human being has the capacity to create harmony within himself. At the same time, he is a capable person to create a peaceful world. So freedom, knowledge, truth, these values you have to practice along with everyday affair of your life. At the same time, create a free society, free from all types of evils in the society, good society, a society which helps all human beings with a harmonious and a lovable manner, and use the approach of questioning to know anything, use always questioning to get more clarity that is useful for our pleasant life. Amareswar, I concluded this small speech. I invite for a discussion, small discussion. Amareswar. Amareswar, are you listening?
Yes, sir. I'm listening, sir. But
I concluded speech. I concluded speech.
thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So if possible, 1 or 2 minutes only, we can take any question. If I'm allowing the participants,
Yeah.
if you have any, please.
So he's a very radical humanistic philosopher. Is he there in the contemporary Indian philosophy?
Good
He
evening,
born
sir.
in West Bengal, usually person. Okay.
Venkatrao sir is trying to say something, sir.
Okay, Venkatrao garu, please welcome.
Sir, good evening, sir. Sir,
Good evening,
about
welcome.
MNRA,
Ask.
you are telling what about MNRA? It is true, sir. Sir, we are adding in contemporary Indian philosophy as one of the chapter in Andhra Pradesh, all universities, sir. In MNRA philosophy.
Yes, already it is there in the
radical humanism is in a.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The radical philosophy, it is the right humanistic approach, sir. Otherwise, many people are said that only belongs to the human approach. It is a natural approach, sir. It applied logic to the humanity.
Yes, yes.
So, because only it is the greatest humanity among all other theories. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, very nice. So very happy to listen your voice, because he has given human dignity and human respect. Love is the most important. Questioning is the most important. He has given importance for dignity of human race. So he's telling entire world. So it is a welcoming thing. So in the every conference, we may invite a great persons live in the past throughout the birth, because this conference is not relating with any nationalistic outlook, and we have discussed about philosophy of China, Japan, Africa. Today, 1 hour ago, we have discussed about the Galileo, Italian philosophy, the Athens and the Western philosophy, American philosophy. We are representing throughout the world to share good things, because the entire world is one family. All philosophers are relating with our family, human race. So the politicians may talk about differently about the many things, but we are not concerned with the political self-centeredism. We are concerned with the human dignity and human freedom. That's why we may share great thoughts of great philosophers of the world now and hereafter also. We shared the radical humanism of M.N. Roy very beautifully. We enjoyed this program very nicely. Amaresh sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Now our another.
Finally, you ask one question. We will conclude the program.
Okay, sir. Actually,
one question you.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Sir, actually, I have one thing. The Naxalism in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. So the radical thinking, is it good to keep away from people to do good thing for the people?
So here the words have a different meanings, because here, see, for example, the radical humanism of ANDHRA is a, so here the humanism relating with not one particular country, one particular race, or one caste, religion, and one area, because he said about human dignity for entire humanity, welfare of total humanity, that is the outlook. So here the Naxalism and this is based on conflict, violence, and war, because if the violence is means the end is a violence. If you kill one person, the other person may kill you, because the means is a very destructive one. That's why this won't give any peaceful environment in the world. That's why they lack philosophical understanding. They have no understanding about the consequences of law of action. So here law of action says, if you are using in the any political organization violence, you may get certainly the end also violence. You may get unhappiness. That's why so this violent movements with the end with the violence. That's why here ANDHRA is said about a lovable approach, peaceful outlook. So these violent methods are not good for a society. We need intelligent approach. We need peaceful approach. We need wisdom approach for peaceful living. Amreshwar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Welcome.
So now
Okay.
thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now I'm requesting Professor Vijay Kumar, sir, NIRD PR Guwahati, NERC, to deliver keynote address. Over to Professor Vijay Kumar, sir.
Good evening to all. First of all, I would like to congratulate Dr. Amareshwaran. Am I audible, Amareshwaran?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Congratulate Dr. Amareshwaran and Northeastern Hill University and other collaborating institutions for conducting a series of doctoral research conferences. So, congratulations to Professor Chinnaya sir also. He has delivered wonderful keynote address in the beginning. And
Thank you for your.
Yeah, not much is left for me to speak actually in front of the experienced professor like Chinnaya sir, but I would like to share my own experiences for these doctoral research scholars. Doctoral students and doctoral research scholars plays a very important role in the pursuit of knowledge and education. And the doctoral students are expected that the knowledge of that disciplinary field they have to discover by unique topic, by scholarly undertaking the work. So by scholarly undertaking the work by a student to contribute for the existence of knowledge is to be the ultimate goal of the doctoral student. So here in my address, I would like to emphasize on the required essential qualities for the doctoral student so that he can pursue the doctoral study in a successful way, and at the same time he can contribute to the knowledge. So the essential qualities required for a doctoral student. So what is the main difference between a postgraduate student and the doctoral research scholar? There is a lot of difference, but unfortunately or fortunately, people are not realizing and recognizing the difference. So what are the essential qualities for a doctoral scholar? The doctoral scholar, he should work mainly by using his intelligence. So intelligence is the first important character we have to use as a doctoral scholar. Then the second important thing is curiosity. He should be curious to know the things, to study the things. And for that, just two essential qualities I am now giving now. And in the later course of time, I will be giving you more essential qualities during my deliberation. The first thing, important thing is the research scholar has to take up a diary or a journaling the moment he joined in the course. So from the date of joining onwards, a doctoral research scholar is supposed to maintain a diary and a journal. So journaling of activities is very, very important requirement for the doctoral scholar. So then the second important aspect is planning. The doctoral scholar has to plan. He should have a weekly plan, he should have a monthly plan, he should have yearly plan, and he should prepare a Gantt chart to complete his study in a stipulated time. So planning is essential requirement for any doctoral scholar. And another important thing is he should wear the blue light glasses. So blue light glasses means what? Nowadays in this digital technology, as Dr. Amareshwaran was mentioning, that by using this digital technology, internet and all, browsing this, you have to protect your eyes, okay, from the radiation. So blue light glasses are very, very important to continue to pursue your doctoral study. And another important thing is you have to focus on small signs and also the progress of the doctoral scholars. Since for the last 20 years, I am in the field of research supervision, I have been guiding the scholars. With that experience, I would like to give you the essential required qualities for a doctoral scholar so that you can complete the doctoral research in a meaningful way and in a peaceful. So the curiosity is another important dimension where you should be very, very curious to know the things, to study the things, to pursue the things. Then the third important essential quality is creativity. What is creative? It is not cut and paste of the information or Googling from the information. Nowadays, if you see the published articles, published books, most of the books are having plagiarism. There is another research ethics component is there. So with this technological advancement, every document can be now checked. And every line, whatever you have mentioned in the thesis, is to be checked and the plagiarism check is there. So therefore, you have to be more careful, and your own creativity, your own intelligence, you have to use for the doctoral research scholar. Then another important quality required for the doctoral research scholar is determination. What is the determination? Stipulated time. So most of the scholars, they postpone. 5 years time is there or 4 years time is there. First 3 years they will not undertake any work, and last 1 year they will be in a hurry and they will run here and there, post to post, and they will cook the matter and they will complete the study. That won't give you any purpose, because since this is the highest degree you are going to get in your life, as Professor Chinnaya sir was mentioning, that it is a doctor of philosophy. It is a way of life you have to inculcate. The procedure, whatever you are adopting, the scientific method of procedure in discovering the knowledge or in studying the topic, that has to be applied to your life as well. That's why you have been honored with a Doctor of Philosophy. So the research main purpose is to address the long-term problems, to get the solutions for the long-term problems. Therefore, pursuing the doctoral research also will be helpful to lead the life, to become a problem solver in the life, and also to help the society in solving many problems. Then another important quality required for the doctoral scholar is open-mindedness. You have a research supervisor, and the supervisor and guide is there, but hardly you contact the supervisor. This is happening nowadays. And regular interaction with the supervisor is very, very important. And you have to be open to listen to the advice of the supervisor. That is very, very important quality in the doctoral research. So getting the advice and listening to the advice and practicing the advice given by the supervisor, the advice of the people, and as a result of that, the research supervisors are kept aside, and only the scholar is submitting whatever he knows, and as a result of that, the quality is getting deteriorated. Then another important thing is imagination. The scholar should imagine. He should read the journals, he should read most of the literature, and he should imagine, and through imagination, holistic view he has to cultivate to address the problem, to undertake the research. Then another thing is important skill is missing nowadays is good writing skills.
Good writing.
mixing.
So people are studying, but they are unable to write their thesis. So here, what we have to do is,
the essential required quality for a scholar is to develop the good writing skills, and he should focus on the topic, and good speaking skills are very, very essential. Then continuous persistence is another important quality for the doctoral scholar. Then resilience to come out of the situation. Sometimes in his data collection and other things, you should not get worried about that. You should develop a strong rooting in your discipline, in your subject, so that you will be pursuing the research in a better way. Then self-awareness is another important essential quality for the doctoral scholar, where you are and how you are getting the study. And all these things are very, very important. Then the last essential quality is the ambition. The scholar should be very, very ambitious to produce a high quality research, and it should be published in the knowledge domain, so that it can be documented for future generations. So these are the essential things one should keep in mind while undertaking the doctoral research. So this I wanted to communicate to the scholars, the new scholars, so that the quality of the research can be improved a lot. Thanks, Dr. Amareshwaranji, for giving me opportunity to interact with the scholars, and also to give some of these managerial skills, how they can proceed in their doctoral research. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now, if we have any, I am allowing the participants to interact with Professor Vijay Kumar, sir. If you have any queries, sir is from education discipline only. Anyone?
Vijay Kumar sir, are you listening?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please
Yes,
continue,
sir.
sir.
So congratulations for your nice presentation, sir. This is my appreciation to you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Shall I,
Thank
sir?
you, sir. Yeah, please. Anyone?
Sir, I'm Kranti, sir.
Please, please.
Sir, good evening, everybody, sir. Special thanks to Amrish Reddy, sir, Vijay Kumar, sir, Chinay, sir. I respect you all because you have been contributing so much for education department, especially teacher learners. We have getting so much knowledge from you all webinars, sir. Sir, whatever Vijay Kumar sir said, that is absolutely right, sir. Because whatever we tell before that conveying our words, we have to go through the practicality only at our field level. Whatever the doctorate thing or the teaching learning process, whatever this is, sir. In our teaching professions also, sometimes we go through some kind of reason. When we practice those things with children, we get appropriate knowledge. We can write the story, we can write the success story, we can interpret at greater level, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for contributing this way. Thank you, one and all, sir. I'm from Telangana, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. I still remember on the international workshop on happiness, you joined there and you interacted with the Professor Vijay Kumar,
Yes, sir.
sir.
It
I
was really
remember.
a wonderful experience for us, sir. Really, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. We recalled myself and Professor Vijay Kumar, sir. Thank you for your presence. I think now we can go for with the permission of the keynote speaker, Professor Chinay, sir, and Professor Vijay Kumar, sir, for paper presentation. Thank you very much, sir, for your presence. Even though Professor Vijay Kumar, sir, now from Arunachal Pradesh, he is on duty. So even though sir not in a position to miss our program, thank you very much for your extra effort with us, sir. Thank you very much. Now I am requesting Madhusmita Oja from Nagarjuna University, Department of Education. Already I allowed to present your PPT. Please share your screen, Madhusmita Oja ji. Over to Madhusmita Oja. Yeah, make it a presentation mode, ma'am. We have actually 1 hour, ma'am. Just you try to
Yes.
present your
Yes.
paper within 15 minutes, ma'am. Then
Okay.
we'll go for question and answer. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Sir, good evening to all esteemed dignitaries and my fellow research scholar. I am Madhusmita Oja, research scholar, Acharya Nagarjuna University, Department of Education. Today, I am here to present my research paper, and the title is Effectiveness of Flipped Learning Model on Academic Achievement and Motivation of Social Science Students under the guidance of Professor T. Swaruparani. And moving to the next slide. Yes, here's the introduction. In today, classroom technology is being used in more way than ever, and teaching method are including these new tools. So blended learning is a combination of face-to-face and online learning. Increasing number of educational institutions are understanding the importance of developing and implementing the blended learning approaches. Moving to the next slide, here is the importance of flipped learning. Why flipped learning is important nowadays? Because a student are able to learn more deeply. Flipped learning ensure a much more practical and holistic learning experience. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, most of the educational institutions are forced to include a digital learning method in their curriculum. As per Government of India survey, more than 80% of the students believe that good education experience in person and online mode. Moving to the next slide, it is here it is the literature review. So according to Dermirale and Carrots, so that the flipped learning is the most preferred out of all blended learning models for school education. According to Borgmans and Sams found that through their study how academic achievement improved their implementation of flipped learning. And the last is Redley and Guys found there the study of motivation is essential element for the education. So as pointed out by many studies are carried out on effectiveness of flipped learning in different courses, but there are very limited studies done in the social science context. So moving to the next slide, here it is the objective of the study. This is my objective as well as a hypothesis also. There are 3 objectives of my research paper. The first one is to find out is there any significant difference between academic achievement level of experimental and control group using flipped learning. And the second one is to analyze is there any significant difference between academic motivation of experimental group and control group using flipped learning. And the third one is to collect the qualitative data about the effectiveness of flipped learning classroom and support the finding of quantitative data related to academic achievement and motivation. Moving to the next slide, here it is the methodology of the study. For this study, I will use embedded experimental pattern, which is a type of a mixed method. So in this method, first quantitative data collected and analyzed for the purpose of research as per the objectives. Thereafter, qualitative data will be collected and analyzed to reinforce or to support finding of the quantitative data. So moving to the next slide. Here it is the research design, and the study will follow embedded experimental design. There are 5 steps in the design. First step is collection of quantitative data and analyze of pre-test data. The second step is treatment will be applied, and third step is collection of quantitative data and analyze the post-test data. And the step 4 is collection of qualitative data and analyze the data again. And the 5th step is final result and interpretation of the data. And moving to the next slide, here it is the sampling of the study. In the study, there are 2 groups will be formed that are experimental group and other is control groups. So both groups consist of 30 students each collected from the 9th class social science students. And the purpose of sampling will be finalized sample based on some criteria. These are the 4 criteria. On this basis, we'll choose the sample. In experimental group, first we do pre-test, then treatment, after that post-test, and in control group, pre-test, there is no treatment, and again post-test. Moving to the next slide is the data collection method. In data collection is through primary source and include 4 steps. Quantitative data collection through academic achievement test. First I have to do that a draft questionnaire prepared and reviewed by the expert opinion and pilot study. Based on the expert reviews, the final 30 questions will be prepared, and the internal reliability will be measured to studies that reviews. And the second one is AMS, academic motivation scale. It is also a quantitative data collection through the scale. This scale is consist of 28 item Likert type marking that measure various parameter of motivation. And the third one is also it is a qualitative data collection through semi-structured interviews. And that first of that draft question prepared and reviewed through the expert, and final interview question will be formed. After that, interview are conducted with data with teacher as well as student in the experimental group. So fourth and the last one is the qualitative data collection through in class activity and the structured observation. Observation form will be developed, and it consists 12 item Likert type marking. After that, expert opinion will be formed and finalized. In class activity will be conducted both experimental and control group. The observation will done as per the form. Moving to the next slide, here the data analysis. The data analysis is done in 2 parts. One is quantitative data analysis and the other is qualitative data analysis. In quantitative data analysis, we have to do that SPSS software will be used for the data analysis as per the following 2 conditions. In the quantitative data analysis, we have 2 conditions. One is if pre and post test data score shows normally distributed, then we'll go for the t-test. T-test is for the is to measure the pre-test for experimental and control group. Another is one-way ANCOVA. It will be used for measurement between the post-test score of the experimental and control group. If you talk about the condition 2, if pre-test and post-test score is not normally distributed, then we'll go for the Manhattan U test and the Welch test. Manhattan U test is again for the pre-test score from both experimental and control group. Welch test is also for the post-test score of experimental and control group. And when I talk about the qualitative data analysis, qualitative data will be collected through semi-structured interview of the teacher and student of experimental group. In class activity will be performed both experimental and control group. Observation will be done accordingly. Here it is my expected findings. Since it is a research proposal, therefore it will be discussed about expected result that could be possible. The expected findings for both academic achievement and motivation, there is no I will ask about 4 objectives. There will no difference between pre-test score of the experimental and control group. And second one is the significant difference will be found between post-test score and of experimental and control group. And third one is based on qualitative findings shows that flipped learning will increase academic achievement as well as motivation of the students. And the qualitative data support the finding of the quantitative data. These are the expected findings of my result, academic achievement as well as the motivation. Moving to the next slide, here it is the expected conclusion and discussion. From the expected result of the study, it can be inferred that flipped learning practices increase the academic achievement and motivation of social science students statistically and significantly. So thank you for giving me this opportunity to present my research paper. Thank you one and all, sir. Hello.
Thank you, Madhusmita Vaja. Now it is open for discussion.
Yes, sir.
Anyone? Any observation, any suggestion? Madhusmita, what is your sample and population?
Sir, sampling is a purposive sampling, sir.
No, sample size.
Sample size is 30, sir. 30.
Okay. So actually, whenever you are selecting a purposive, it is data is in general not possible to distribute normally. When data, that's why you made is a non-parametric for safe side. But in general, when the data is normally distributed, then only we go for t-test and f-test. If
Yes,
data
sir.
is skewed, so but when you are selecting a purposive sampling, it is a purposive is a non-probability, na?
Yes, it's
Convenient and
non-probable
purpose.
sampling.
So in non-probability sampling in general, we not in a position to do t-test and f-test, but after even though non-purposive sampling, but see the frequency first and mean, median, mode, standard deviation. So how the data after collecting data.
Sir, sorry to interrupt, sir. Actually, in purposive sampling, here it is the criteria sampling. So based on that, there are the 4 criteria. On the basis of this criteria, we choose the sampling.
Okay. But sample size is what? How much you told?
Sir, 30 consists of 30 students.
Okay,
Both
but you
experimental and
planned,
control
but
group.
there it may be more than 30 or less than 30 in the class because you are taking where school in Andhra Pradesh.
Sir, in Guntur, sir. There is a
Guntur.
government school. Yeah.
Okay, so you selected a school also purposefully?
No, sir, not yet. Because the schools are going to holidays right now.
But in general, you
After
take
that-
care whenever you are observing in presence of an observer, the behavior of students and teachers may be different. So participatory observation, whether in direct or indirect observation, what type of structured or unstructured.
So
Already you
structure
told it is
also observation.
structured.
Yes.
Yeah. You told structured, but whether it is a direct or indirect or
Yes, sir.
participatory,
Structure
you suppose.
observations.
Okay, you can think all these things, but it is good
Madhu?
study this. Please, sir.
Yeah, Madhusmita, congratulations for choosing this important study, that is flip learning. So I would like to interact on 2 important things. Your
Yes,
study
sir.
is on effectiveness, no?
Sir,
Effectiveness,
effectiveness of flip learning.
flipped learning on academic achievement. What are the parameters you are looking into measure this academic achievement?
Sir, in academic achievement, what are the parameters? Sir, in academic achievement, I don't have any parameters, but when I talk about academic motivation skill, there are 2 parameters like extrinsic motivation and intrinsic motivation.
Okay. A motivation, intrinsic motivation, extrinsic motivation
Yes,
is there
yes.
academic motivation. But in
Yes.
academic achievement, what is the achievement you are looking for? Whether you take any summative ratings or whether you take any class test, you wanted to administer any class test to measure that one?
So class test after
Whether
finalize
you are
the
taking
30
all the
questions.
subjects or it is particularly focused on any single subject?
Sir, but in a single subject, sir. Social science, single subject.
Okay, social science also you have a geography, economics and other aspects, polity. So where you are concentrating on, and that should be taken care. Enough focus should be there. And whenever you are preparing achievement test, that should be very standardized achievement test you have to prepare. Then you have to measure. Okay, thank
Yes,
you.
yes. Thank you for the suggestion, sir. Thank you so much.
Any other? That motivational, actually you are constructing by yourself or adopting?
Sir, it is actually my original research paper is based on the blended learning tools, blended learning models. Based on that, I have chosen 4 blended learning models. So
Flipped learning is also one of the blended learning. Okay.
Yes, flip learning, project-based learning, station rotation, and master-based learning. So it is the flip learning model.
Okay, thank you and congratulations. So
Thank
I
you,
will
sir.
issue
Thank
your
you.
certificates after the program. Now I'm inviting
Sir, can I-
yeah, thank you. Yes, yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
If something, maybe a participants, they can suggest you. Now I'm inviting Lasni Rwanda, Anil Lasni, research scholar, to present, but I think she joined through mobile. Okay, Lasni, over to
Yes,
you.
sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. My special greetings to respected teachers and my dear friends. I'll be presenting my research paper on the title Practice of Information and Communication Technology in Teacher Education Program in Manipur. In the introduction part, I'll just sum it up here. The role and importance of education is
Lasni, don't read.
Yes,
No,
sir.
don't read. Please
Yes,
just
yes.
to express your own
Okay.
words. Don't read.
Okay.
Please.
Yes, the ICT role and its importance in education has been very much emphasized in recent days from the time, and it has been highlighted in the Education Commission earlier times, where I can quote here. The Education Commission 1964 and 66 has it said that the world is based on science and technology. It is education that determines the level of prosperity, welfare, and security of the people. And because of this, the teacher education institutions, they have confronted many challenges as to improve the quality of teachers, whether in service teacher education or the pre-service teacher education, and so that they integrate the new ICT this facilities into the teaching and learning process. Now, the need of the hour actually is to develop technology savvy teachers who are able to prepare students for the 21st century, and so as to make a meaningful education through the integration of technology. And for this research study, we have reviewed so many literatures, and based on the theme given, that is okay, knowledge of ICT in teacher education. Okay, and here the theme I have included so much here, but sir, next slide. The need of the need and study, justification of the study, as highlighted in the introduction, there has been a breach of knowledge gap in improving the quality of education. So many organizations, so to quote NCRT, they have mentioned within its objective and functions to develop and disseminate innovative materials, either print and multimedia, so as to explore the use of new ICTs for school education, to which the teachers are targeted to be trained. Now, in the light of this problem, the study has been taken to study on the ICT among student teachers in teacher education program in Manipur. Now, there is here in the research study, I have two research questions, so as to study the present status of ICT in teacher education program in Manipur with reference to physical infrastructure and academic facilities. And the second is to study the level of ICT knowledge in teacher education program. Based on the research studies, we have framed the objectives. The first is to find out the present status of ICT in teacher education program in Manipur with reference to physical infrastructure and academic facilities. The second, to measure the level of ICT knowledge among the student teachers in teacher education program. And there has been quantitative studies on. So the hypothesis frame is based on the variables, the 5 hypotheses taken. There is no significant difference between the mean ICT knowledge test scores of male and female student teachers in teacher education program. There is no significant difference between the mean ICT knowledge test scores of rural and urban female student teachers. There is no significant difference between the mean ICT knowledge test scores of in-service and pre-service student teachers. There is no significant difference between the mean ICT knowledge test scores of students, teachers from government and private institutions towards ICT in teacher education. The 5th, there is no significant difference among the mean ICT knowledge scores of educational qualification of student teachers. And the study is a descriptive survey method it has followed, and the population here is 1,150, but we have taken for the sample 50% of the population, that is 575. And the tools used for the present study are questionnaire, and which was constructed by the researchers so as to find out the status of ICT in the education program. And the second is ICT knowledge test. This is also constructed so as to measure the levels of ICT knowledge among student teachers in teacher education program. So going straight to the findings and discussion, the findings were based on the first objective. We have the physical infrastructures on the status. There we have the first finding is lack of Wi-Fi facility in some of the institutions, in just 6 institutions out of the 11 institutions. So 5 institutions, they lacked this facility. Now ICT devices were available, but most of the devices were not in use. So, and the provision of camera recorder, it has been used only for seminar presentation, but and during the micro teaching, which and macro teaching, which is held for during practice teaching. Projector and computer almost found in classrooms for teaching and learning purpose, but they have issues on the insufficiency that is provided with computer terminals in the institutions. And here I found that the research found that 2 of the institutions were in the process of installing the computer terminals, though less in number as per to the ratio of student teachers. It was found this during the collection of data. And computer instructor and laboratory was in computer laboratory was in not in good condition, which is being provided in almost every institutions. So and most of the institutions, they was absent of computer instructors. ICT facilities in library was poor in almost all the schools. And coming to power supply, there was adequate power supply in urban institutions, but power backup was not provided. The student teachers, they have expressed satisfactory level in their existence of infrastructure facilities. So most of them were moderately satisfied. And coming to the thin academic activities, now devices used by teachers, majority of student teachers, they express that they have used PowerPoint presentation only during teaching, and it was rarely used with the latest technology. In the management, the ICT devices was used only for the purpose of student data, assessment, timetable, attendance, and for notifying information. The use of ICT in practice teaching was mainly used for preparing the teaching aids and classroom transaction, and for developing lesson plans and evaluation. So ICT as an evaluation tool, it was used only for the purpose of semester tests, class tests, unit tests, and for monthly tests. Then in the syllabus there has been an ICT in integration, which is named as ICT practicum. So the students, they can perform ICT practicum successfully. Almost half of them. May it is because of their previous computer skills or their efficient teachings of ICT and practices on computer. And mentioning of the syllabus, here there is the expression on weightage of theory and practical in ICT syllabus is not given. There's a big response, which was opined by the student teachers as less practical and more theory. Where weightage on ICT content, and more practical weightage and less theory in ICT syllabus. And the credit given in the syllabus, which is on external marks for ICT paper, more than half of the student teachers, they said that ICT paper they need credit on external marks, where in fact there was no credit for ICT marking at all. So and here there is with concern to syllabus, there is inadequacy of ICT skills in view of ICT paper being confined to only one semester. They have 4 semesters, so ICT paper was also confined to one semester only. And the expressions for this problem was given by most of the students that they need to redesign there is a need to redesign the syllabus so as to meet the demands of the world. And it is felt that ICT awareness program has to be conducted. So the only few student teachers mentioned that ICT awareness program were conducted only during most of the student teachers, they expressed that ICT is a need of 21st century skills. When we say 21st century skills, one has to be able to communicate effectively, create knowledge, identify and analyze information, think creatively, and able to solve problems. And here the student teachers also express their satisfaction level of the existing ICT based on the academic facilities here. So few of them, they express on moderately satisfied level. And next, coming findings and discussions on the objective 2. This is on the level of ICT knowledge among the student teachers in teacher education program. So, majority of student teachers, they have average level of ICT knowledge. Now, which is also the finding also tallied with the previous research studies. And the second finding on this objective is there was no significant difference between the mean ICT knowledge base scores of male and female student teachers in teacher education program in Manipur, which indicates that gender does not influence on student teachers' level of ICT knowledge in teacher education. We found that this implies that every individual, they have access to knowledge of basic technology facilities irrespective of male or female. The third finding is that no significant difference between the mean ICT knowledge base scores of rural and urban student teachers in teacher education program in Manipur, indicating that the locality does not have influence on student teachers' level of ICT knowledge. The fourth findings indicates there is no there is significant difference between the mean ICT knowledge sales force of in-service student teachers and pre-service student teachers in teacher education program in Manipur, which indicates the type of student teachers does not influence on student teachers' level of ICT knowledge in education. It inferred here that
Rashni, please, you have some network issue. Your echo is coming. Just you come to suggestions and recommendation. Audience are not feeling good because of your echo.
Okay, sir. So, suggestions and recommendations here, with regard to physical infrastructure, there have to be installation of more computer systems and smart boards, projectors, audio, video sources to every classroom, provided with the internet connection. The second is providence of neat and well-equipped computer laboratory room is required with sufficient computers. And the most importantly, Wi-Fi facility needs to be provided within the institutional mediums.
Rashni, you come to conclusion, please, because
Okay,
it is better to join through laptop and your network. Okay, take care, please.
In conclusion, here ICT being a pivotal role playing in education, mainly education, and emphasizing teacher education program. The present study has revealed that inadequate provision of ICT facilities in teacher education institutions, and there is absence of ICT teaching instructors, lack of ICT knowledge and ICT skills, insignificant integration of ICT in teaching learning process. There is the syllabus. So, many organizations at international and national and state level are working or maybe still working for the integration of this ICT in teacher education program. So the government of Manipur is also stressing the need of ICT integration in teacher education. So I believe that the present study may be helpful to student teachers, teacher educators, administrators, and policy makers. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Leslie. Now I'm requesting participants, if you have any queries, you're ready. But Leslie, see, you are an ICT scholar, but it is your duty to take care about these things. Your PPT also, it is better to bullets. It is not good to before inviting the feedback. Myself, I want to share something. You are doing an ICT when, first of all, being a scholar, it is your duty to show yourself your ICT skills. This is not right way. Even though I'm your supervisor, whenever you are based on your capabilities, it is a live program. People can watch, people can observe. So in future, please take care. If it is everything not in a position to come to your doorstep, it is better you move towards where you will get good service. Okay, now I am requesting our noble participants, if you have any queries, clarification, because in northeastern states are many problems. That's why yesterday UGC, the notification shared by the Venkateswara sir, almost all the central universities in northeastern states except Tezpur University are not in a position to implement a common entrance test, because they can do by themselves. They given some exemption because of these network issues. It is our duty to think you can. Now I created by myself at home the fiber network. So something you can think innovatively. The ICT infrastructure is not up to the mark, even though, but at the same time, institutional interest, dedication also very, very important. If you have any queries, we'll take 2-3 minutes, then we will invite another participants. Over to the participants. If you have anyone is doing ICT, if you have almost her thesis submitted, she is waiting for Viva only. I think they are not able to listen properly listening because of your echo. Okay, thank you very much. Now I'm requesting Dishnara Begum. I think you joined through laptop. Thank you. And I made you presenter. Please share your screen.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Some noise is coming from your side. Please ask them to keep silent. You can present.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, is it clear now?
But some still noise is.
Actually,
okay, you ask them to. You ask them to leave that hall. Whoever is with you.
Yeah. No one is there, but in my nearby room now, some people are there.
Okay. You just share your screen, present your presentation.
Okay, sir. Sir, please let me know whether my PPT is visible or not.
No, not visible. Whenever you are sharing, you select the whole screen. Okay, when you select whole screen, then because you selected in other way, don't select like this.
Okay, sir.
You just stop sharing. Again, when you click
share.
When you click share, na?
Yes, then screen and application, two options, sir.
Enter entire screen. First, go to your desktop. There you can open. No. Again, you are opening the same way. See,
I'm sharing here.
No. I tell you exactly what to do. When you
Okay,
are
sir.
click now, show me in front of your presentation, screen one, it will show under your PPT. You can select directly your PPT also. When window, file, whiteboard, you select window, within window, screen one. Okay, now again I'm allowing, select screen one, then you can. Click when
Here,
you share
here
content.
two options are there, sir. One is screen and another one is application. I have to click on the screen. Screen.
Application, okay, application you can select. If your application maybe what it is showing.
Wait. Let me try that.
You select other than what you selected earlier.
Yeah. Application.
No, earlier what you selected.
Screen. Now I have
Okay, now you,
selected application.
okay, select.
Then entire screen. Share.
Yes. Now that is the right way. Now you minimize window. Yes, that's
Yeah.
good. Make it a
Is it
presentation mode. Yeah.
is it visible, sir?
Yeah, visible. Make it a presentation mode. And down you hide it. Hide. Click on hide. Click on hide and make it a presentation mode. F5. You can press F5.
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 Wait.
On your keyboard, you can press F5.
I'm pressing F5, but it is not working.
Otherwise, down, you have 64%. Before 64%, one icon is there. Na? Click there. The down.
Yes,
Before
there.
60. No. Before. No. Before 66%, one icon. Just like this. Flower. Before 66%. Just. Okay.
Here.
Go to slideshow. Go to slideshow menu
Yeah.
on the top. Do slideshow menu. Good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is
Go
it
ahead.
okay, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Please. Don't
So
read it. Please express.
okay, sir. Good evening, everyone. I am Dashnara Begum, a research scholar of Department of Education, NEHU, Shillong, and I'm working on Muslim women, and my topic is influence of socioeconomic status and education on empowerment of Muslim women, with special reference to Barpeta district, Assam. And based on my synopsis, I have made a conceptual paper to present here. My guide is Yudia Bimathong, and I'm working under her supervision. So we can say, like, in India, women's role has changed tremendously, and in the 21st century, we are coming out in each field, like empowering, but the women who are lagging behind, to empower them is very essential. And we know that Muslim women is like lag behind than other women and Muslim men in general. And Muslim women still suffer various kind of discrimination on account of various social and religious factor. And that's why I wanted to know, like, whether education or like socioeconomic has an effect on the empowerment of Muslim women or not, and how the level of education and their socioeconomic status, high, average, low, impact their empowerment. As we all know, education is considered to be the most effective instrument of bringing about personal, social, and economic change. And when we talk about women's position, education also plays an active role in developing women's positions and promoting their rights in the society. As found by Khurshid 2015, with the spread of education among women, the exploitation and oppression of women will be considerably reduced. And in the 21st century, women's role had changed in an accelerating rate, and has a part in the areas such as politics, professional training jobs, medicine, business, law, and many others. Hence, in the 21st centuries, empowering those who are lagging behind is very essential. Objective of this conceptual paper is to examine the influence of socioeconomic status and education on empowerment of Muslim women. As Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru once said that to awaken people, it is women who must be awakened. Once she moves, the family moves, the village moves, and the nation moves. And education education plays an active role in developing women's position and promoting their rights in society. And uh, like education is also considered to be the most effective instrument to bringing about personal and social and economic change. In a discussion, we can say the government of India introduced various schemes regarding the education and empowerment of Muslim women. On the completion of more than 7 decades of the independence, women in Muslim communities faced considerable challenges as member of India's largest minority. Participation of Muslim women in the household and economic participation of Muslim women in the household and economic decision making is, we know that it is relatively low, and women of it is lower than the women of other communities. And educationally, Muslims comprise one of the most backward communities in the country. Muslim girls and women lag behind their male counterparts and the women of all other communities. Muslim women have a strong desire and enthusiasm for education, but hurdles like low access to schools in the vicinity, poverty, financial constraint, and discrimination faced at school prevent them from continuing education, as found by Nasrin and Khalid, 2012 and 13. Influence of socioeconomic status on women empowerment. If we talk about socioeconomic status, the real obstacles of women's empowerment are family restrictions, socio-religious restriction, and socio-economic condition of the women. And it was found by Hussein also in 2011. And as found by Salvi, Alia, and Nasra, that economic opportunity available to the women increases their power. As women rise in the economic status, they will gain greater social standing in the household. And education is regarded as an important milestone of women's socio-economic development. Influence of education on women empowerment. Education is the prime avenue, we know that, for empowering women. Lack of education is the root cause of women exploitation and negligence. Women empowerment is a process which is which help women to acquire knowledge, skills, and willingness to critically analyze their situation and take right decision and actions to change the position of women in society. It is associated with women's struggle for social justice and equality. And socioeconomic status and education. Women through education, we know that particularly higher education, have gained confidence, attained skills of entrepreneurship, management, and thereby economic independence and equality in society, as it is found by Irfana 2003. And educated women were taking a leading roles in establishing their position, organizing activities for rural development, and such as bamboo work, weaving, animal husbandry, poultry, etc. They were eager to earn money to be independent. And we know that working women are much more empowered than the women who are not working. And I have selected this paper. I have found that there are resources which are trying to find out the impact of higher education on the empowerment Muslim women, particularly women. Muslim women, there are lack of studies, but no one have tried to find out the impact of level of education. Like no one compared women according to their level of education. If someone is higher secondary pass, someone is matriculation, and someone is class 5, they never compared the empowerment level of women according to the level of education. So I wanted to try find out whether there is a difference or not, or like whether only highly educated women are empowered, or a women who is class 5 passed or matriculation passed, or no, or whether they are empowered or not. And if they are empowered, why they are empowered. Because like in my study there will be two phases. In the first phase I will find out the level of empowerment and socioeconomic status on the basis of their education level and their position in the society. And in the second phase of my study I will try to find out those who are in low socioeconomic status but are still empowered, and those who are uh, mm, not highly educated but still empowered, why they are empowered. Or those who are highly educated but not even empowered, so why what are the factors they prevented them to become empowered. So in my observation, I can say that like religion, as a Islam, according to Islam, um, education is obligatory for men and women. And Islam never denied to give education to women. And according to Islam, a mother's slave is the first school for child, and there is no priority for men over women in relation to the right to education. Both are equally encouraged to acquire education. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam also said that talabul ilm farizatun ala kulli muslim. Acquiring knowledge is obligatory on every Muslim, be it a man or be it a woman. But whatever scenario is there in theoretically, it is different practically. Because like in a practical scenario, we never find a those theoretical Quranic verses. They never utilize those. Therefore, the Muslim women are lagging behind. And although there is no restriction in the education on the ground of sex in Islam, there is a tendency among Muslims to give more importance to boys' education rather than girls. And I have found this one like during my data collection. Also, I am collecting data for my pilot study, and they said like, what will be the benefit for giving education to a girl? Because after all, she have to marry a man and have to go out from our home. So it is better to give education to a boy. If there is two children in a home, a boy and a girl, like most of the families, they give a like, they admitted their boy in a private school like Don Bosco and all, and the girl in a government school. So this is the scenario. And I must say that getting an education for like getting a higher education especially is certainly either a privilege or a struggle for Muslim women, especially from rural areas. And in the conclusion, I can say that in India, women's role has changed, but the women, mm, but the women who are lagging behind, like overall women if we see the overall scenario, women role are changing. That we can say, yeah, it is changing. If we can compare it to 2000 to 2022, much changes there. But if we talk about reason wise, if we talk about religion wise, it is the scenario is different. So I think uh, the women who are lagging behind, we have to we have to study about those things. And for Muslim community, for elevating Muslim community, I think education of their women is need of the hour. And and for this we have to work. And I don't know whether I will be able to show all these things. And because like sir, as sir know that I'm feeling difficulty in my data collection, but I'm trying my best to show the present scenario of Muslim community, especially in, as I'm saying that the scenario is different region to region, even district to district. In Assam also, what is the scenario in Barpeta is different from Nagaon. We cannot generalize the scenario. So it is depend on family values also. So thank you.
Congratulations, Dishnara. Now the paper is open for discussion. Over to the participants.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Ready, sir? Amrita, sir,
Please. Yeah. Please.
Okay. The topic she selected for her research is somewhat related to my region, because the sample was from, I think it's from north or northeast. But the exact sample is my region, that is Malabar. The condition is just the opposite. For example, the gross enrollment ratio of Kerala for boys is 99.3%, and for girls is 99. And in Malabar region, the girls' education, especially in higher education, it's much better than boys. So if she is having a tendency to have a research on this topic, the opposite is happening in my region. And you can see in all protests and all rallies, people from our area, Malabar, in JNU or in Jamia or in Aligarh, they were in front of all these programs because they are politically very aware, especially the girls. You might have seen many viral videos. So this is just a comment from me. If you are interested, this is the best area for research. That is Malabar. I am from Kerala. Still, I'm doing my research in Tamil Nadu. So it happened because of many social reasons, based on migration or something. And this is just a comment. You can research on my area, that is Malabar, if you want to, if you're interested. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. As I told, it's different from region to region, because like we cannot compare Kerala to UP, Bihar, and even with Assam, because it is different here.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, the geographical influence is also there, Dishnara, because I am also from
sir.
South Kerala. The Malabar area is very popular for Muslim community. Even Safir is a regular participant. Actually, I invited Safir to present in your place. First, Dishnara said I am not ready to present. Then I requested him.
I was
So,
not
okay,
well, sir.
I will invite him next time. But what he is telling exactly, Kerala is a role model for not only within Kerala, is a whole globe, India and globe. Because 100% literacy, 100% ICT, and so many achievements are there. This is because of the geographical also. The culture is also playing a major role. But in Assam, now the Chief Minister of Assam is giving 100 rupees to a single day during COVID time. He provided to attend the school, and those who are +2 with first class, he provided two-wheeler scooty also. There are so many initiatives are taking place, but only the attitude is not easy to change, because the superstition, the beliefs, very difficult. Through education only it is possible, empowerment. There is no alternative way. Education and development are two sides of the same coin. Education and economy are two sides of the same coin. Without education, there is no economy and no development. So there is a need and urgency through a research scholar. You are also from the same community. Better you can keep on organizing some programs, awareness programs. What are the benefits? Now what Safir told, they are empowered and they are raising their voice. JNU and Jamia Islamia or Aligarh Muslim University, not only in their, in other places also. That is the quality of an educated person. So you can become from your community what is happening in within Assam. I think after Jammu and Kashmir, the population of Muslim community is more in Assam and UP, Bihar. I think more than 30%. 30% of most population are there. So, but their representation is very less in
very less.
many
Yes,
ways.
sir.
So district to district, what are the reason you can go for? And you, while presenting, you said why, how, why they empowered or so it is. There is a need to go for again now. Which method you are using? Maybe an interview method, semi-structured. It is
Yes, sir.
better
Second
to
in the second phase.
after analyzing your data again, you can select who are empowered. Then you can take again top highly empowered or moderately or low empowered. Why they are low empowered? If you go for second round, there may be a chance. And keep in touch with the women because you are a
Yes,
girl, woman, research scholar. It
yes,
is
sir.
very helpful. So from my side, whatever you are doing, but only thing, why these problems? You are also from Barpeta, but you reached to up to. So after marrying, you migrated to Barpeta, or it is your native place?
After marriage, sir.
So what?
My
Which
native
district
place,
you?
Nagaon.
Oh, that's why you told Nagaon. I visited personally Nagaon also, but
Yes, sir.
it's a very educational hub actually
Mm.
since British period,
Yes, sir.
the home dynasty. So I
But
think that.
in Naga also, na sir, rural areas they are like very lagging behind. And whatever Safir sir said, like Kerala, like in India also, na sir, women are not only women, Muslims are lagging behind. That's whatever like Sasar Committee 2006
Oh,
report has
that is
found.
yeah, maybe, but in Andhra Pradesh, former Chief
No, no,
Minister
sir.
Y.S.
I
Rajasekhar
don't
Reddy.
agree. I don't agree with her, sir,
No,
because
no, no. That's
yesterday
why. That's
we got the
no, ma'am.
world record.
No, ma'am, Hemalata, ma'am. That's why I'm giving. So Y.S. Rajasekhar Reddy, our former Chief Minister, United Andhra Pradesh, extraordinarily in the provided educational opportunities, health opportunities for irrespective of caste, gender, religion. So the empowerment of Muslim community in southern parts of India is much, much, much better than any other parts because of a geographical and structured. So many, even they provided separate reservation also in Andhra Pradesh.
Yes,
They
sir.
have
That I know.
special
Mm.
reservation for Muslim community. There
This
are
is a
so many
minority
things.
reservation.
Yes,
Yes, yes.
yes, minority
South, it is
reservation.
very women are very empowered. That I heard.
Yeah, Tamil
Yesterday,
Nadu,
sir,
Telangana.
one minute, sir. Yesterday we received the world championship also, sir. Yesterday that Muslim
Yes,
girl, she received
Yeah,
the
Nizamabad,
world championship.
Nizamabad girl.
Examples are there, definitely, ma'am.
No, not only that one, even Sania Mirza, so many even heroes in Bollywood. See, one way there more Bollywood heroes are from Muslim community, but I don't know what is their contribution for social empowerment. Uh, it is very question mark. Anyhow, you presented very nice paper. Thank you very much. Any other, please? Because we have time another. We'll take only 5 minutes extra. 6:35 we'll conclude. Thank you very much, Dishnara. Now,
Thank you, sir.
right. So just I will take a few minutes. I will invite Safir for next time and one more Jaspreet Kaur ma'am from Punjab also. You missed because of some adjustment. Here, the qualitative data analysis software need of the hour. The two objectives of the present paper to understand the concept of data analysis, whether you are offline or online, to explore the various types of qualitative data analysis software. So that's why I always start with 5 Ws and 1 H. There are different various types of through while doing a MOOC course, I found there are 14 types of qualitative research methods, but in general, we are taking 6 to 7 only. So already we organized a program on case study, research, even observation, ethnography, and interview also we done. The focus group, only the focus group we are supposed to do. So here, the one more is a narrative. So the narrative method or narrative analysis, here you can see historical also. So already I plan to organize another 2-3 programs on qualitative research method. We can the narrative method, phenomenology, the grounded theory, the anthropology and the philosophical background they are using, the ethnography also. The case study, you have different various types of case studies already we discussed. Here the definition, what are the collective methods are different from qualitative to quantitative, even now the mixed method also, the analysis. But why there is what is a qualitative data analysis here? It involves the process and here procedures for analyzing data and providing some level of understanding, explanation, and interpretation of pattern and themes in textual data. For quality, quantity is a number measured in number. You can use the n number of tools, attitude scales, scholastic achievement, or questionnaire. Even questionnaire you can use for quantitative also to convert into. But certain things you are not able to convert from quality to quantity or quantity to quality. Suppose someone asks you, how are you? You say, I am, you never say I'm 50% happy or 50% fine. You always say I'm not good or I'm very good, I am excellent. Someone always, my answer is I'm always excellent. So here it's quality, the textual, you can even image films, videos, audios, so interview method or observe it, so many. But I want to share only one information with all of you. No single method is sufficient to do excellent research. Within case study also you're supposed to observe. Again, you're supposed to interview. So it is a mixed. Just to prepare a dish, you need different types of ingredients in the same way. But the way they written, they are explaining what is a case study, this one. But it is not possible to only within case study. Suppose I'm auditory. Without watching, seeing, is it possible to? So those who are visually challenged, they only listen. But for you, you are watching, you are listening, you are doing. So it is a multi. Sometimes you can listen more, sometimes you can watch more, sometimes you can do more. So it changes from time to time within. So just to recall, the qualitative data is data that cannot be, data actually a fact according to etymological meaning. Fact, datum is singular, data is plural, facts, right? So here qualitative data collection method, you can observation and interview, focus group here, discussion and other methods, ethnography or even phenomenology, case study. This one way you can as a method and even through observals and collect data. These are in general the qualitative, they do content analysis, is the text and narrative analysis, this one. And this morning, afternoon, we organized on narrative only. And discourse analysis, it involves analyzing a naturally occurring language use and types of written text. Titania, Diskia, actually the two words are discovered by, not discovered, is invented by Dr. Swatosini Gogoi, my youngest child. He was telling this Titania, Diskia, what is this? Oh, he invented by himself. See, 4 years by, he created his own language or words to express. He said, I am 100%, I'm good, 100 times goodbye. So grounded theory, it is an approach already thematic. In psychology, we are using this method very nicely. And here, just today, while going through the LinkedIn, NVO software, the college under Delhi University, they are organizing today program on this software use, organize, analyze interviews, field notes, textual sources, including image, audio, and video files. So here, collect and analyze and present, you can reliability always is a question mark about the qualitative research method with reliability, validity, because you are not in a position to generalize or manipulate whatever, and person to person is different, so it is very difficult. That's why we are never generalize this result or the analysis, whatever you are getting through qualitative. Only quantitative based on probability sampling method we can do. Here coding and annotating, here labeling, selection and summarizing. Yeah, agree purpose and format, validity, interpretation and conclusions. These are. So here there are 4 steps of data validation. Here fraud, screening, procedure and completeness. In the first program I said it is a 2-step verification. Even mail, whenever you are going to open mail, it asks two-step verification like this. So info whether each respondent was actually interviewed or not. Sometimes some people are giving data without visiting the field, without collecting their. So the type of research, no need. It is impossible any person to cheat without knowing to himself or herself. So screening here procedure. So these are 4 qualitative data analysis steps. First, number 1, becoming familiar with your data. Now, whatever Dishnara or my scholar Lasni nicely done her research work, well presented. Because of network issues, she was not able to, but her thesis, she standardized her own scale and achievement test and questionnaire also. Through questionnaire, she collected. So here coding into themes and searching for her patterns and connections and interpretation of the data. Interpretation is very important based on your previous knowledge and past experience. Based on your interpretation only, you can conclude. So data, it is you need to read and reread. That's why research and research. If you see again and again, you will get coding. You can make coding. This within this coding also go group data based on the thematic wise, searching for patterns and connections. Here, step by step, this is organizing of collected data, identifying a framework, sorting the data into a framework, describing analysis for offline you can do. These are the 10 features of qualitative data softwares. And here annotations, coding tools, number 1, number 2, data visualization, linking ability, media analytics, even data analytics you have know, mixed method research, multi-language, and even qualitative comparative analysis, quantitative content here, sentiment analysis, the statistical and text analysis. Qualitative data, these are the same 4 steps and 5 steps. Here you can see transcribe all the voice records, not interview. Whenever doing interview for qualitative, and even that one. 5 common methods of this one narrative already I told, content, discourse or thematic or grounded theory. Just you watch, but I am not able. I can provide you this one through our blog. You can watch. You can just 1 minute only. It's very good to learn always through videos.
So let's say you're a doctoral student who's just figured out that you're going to be collecting and analyzing qualitative data as part of your dissertation. Or maybe you're a professional and you have hired a team of interns who are going to help you analyze a couple hundred documents.
Right. These are the top qualitative data analysis softwares, but I'm going to show you 14. These are the very important. I got through in international universities also. These are 4. I can show you the same slide at the end of the presentation. Free qualitative data analysis software for Mac. Best list already they provided. This one, but see, this is John Hopkins University. Very nicely, the library. See how the foreign libraries are providing the data, very information extraordinarily. They're not only just sharing the journals or books. So qualitative data analysis softwares, here you can see the videos, how nicely the libraries are providing. Here the supported, simply see the supported method factors, and very nicely they're given. Just I can know. Here, whatever you are doing, what is coding, application of here, maintained set of terms and short phrases here linked to segments of text or audio or video that can be here queried and gathered for comparative analysis. Okay, I don't want to read all these things. This is very important here itself. Whenever you are visiting any website, this one very nicely they can see qualitative data analysis overview and choosing QDS software. The softwares are n numbers they're providing. You will get the detailed softwares, supported methods, decision factors, and compared softwares. Here, see, there are 14 types of softwares. This is the best site to get what type of softwares are there and what are their features. I show you one by one. So very nicely they given what are the qualitative data analysis softwares here. The fact DOS is a computer assisted qualitative data analysis. And these are the features already I shared this one. Simply why I'm sharing the original also. These are our NVOs and Atlasti and Provilis research text analysis software, even Hyper Research, WebQDA and MaxQDA. So all these software, some softwares are free also, free of cost. You can go through it. Just I can. So this is YouTube, where you will get, that is my, this paper main intention is to provide the information for self-learning. My motto itself is self-learning, because as a resource person, I am not able to spend all the time with you, but you are available for yourself. Yes, this is very good. Just I can share this link with all of you. Those who are doing research and qualitative, you can go through it. Whenever you need anything, simply go to YouTube and you can see how nicely take only 1 minute. See, these are the comparison chart, how nicely they compare, and data services, tutorials, video lectures. These are all the softwares. At last, suppose I need this one. Simply if you select, so they are giving how, when you can use, where you can, and what is the, just home. If you go to home, they given whether how much the price. Suppose I need a max. Qualitative research tool that can be used for coding and analyzing source materials, auto coding material, important survey result for analysis and data. See, very nicely you can learn by yourself. There is no need to under literature review, whatever you want. So even some programs also they are doing. Simply you can go through it and you will get everything. If you need any qualitative data analysis within this, and the characters and features, everything they provided, but it is not a single day only to provide. We can do through our Friday programs. Just this is for information purpose. Thank you very much. I will share this PPT with all of you through my blog, and you will get information, because it takes more time for you. Just continuously I'm doing it is very easy, and I'm paying recently the 9,100 rupees I paid for LinkedIn to access. In that way, it is possible for me to access many things. But as a common learner, free learner, we have two types of accounts: free accounts and premium accounts. As a premium account holder, I can provide. So now I think Professor Chennai sir, are you there? Okay. Do you have any queries, any clarification?
Amresh sir, congratulations for your nice presiding and everything. Very good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. With your permission, now I may go for vote of thanks and national anthem, sir, before sharing feedback. Thank you very much for Professor Chennai sir, my guru, and Professor Vijay Kumar sir for delivering wonderful keynote address with a live example and first-hand information. Professor Vijay Kumar sir guiding many people and doing
Congratulations, sir.
practical
Very useful manner you are conducting.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Professor Venkatrao sir. Thank you very much. And
very nice and useful program today's evening for researchers, for the new researchers and scholars. It is very useful, and step by step everyone is followed by very good manner.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And even I'm congratulating the paper presenters, Madhusmita Oja from Nagarjuna University, and Lasni from NEHU, Deshnara Begum from NEHU. And next time, already Safir and from Kerala doing PhD in Tamil Nadu, and Jaspreet Kaur from Punjab, Amritsar. You too. I need one or two more presenters. Those who are interested, you can send me mail or WhatsApp or Telegram. I can add. There is no need of such type of notification. If you are interested, just simply send your title and your image. I can add. Every month we are doing, I can. So thanks for my grateful heartfulness. I'm showing my gratitude heartfully to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Prabhasankar Sukla, sir. Without his support, it is not possible for me to all these activities. Professor Raja Reddy, sir, from Sri Venkateswara University, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dikshit, sir, Director, IQAC, Professor Mipun, sir, ISTD Chairperson, Professor Mitali Kaur, ma'am, Principal, Moran College, Professor Rajendra Prasad Bartakur, sir, Coordinator, IQAC, Dr. Srutasini Gogoi, ma'am, Head Department of Philosophy, Moran College, Dr. Nagarajisri, madam, Director, Computer Center, Dr. Vijay Bhaskar, sir, Computer Center, SVU, Tirupati, and all the noble participants, Professor Venkatrao, sir, Professor Dr. Srinivasa Reddy, Venkata Subramanian, sir, and all respected and most lovable participants. Really, we are happy at this late evening also you are with us. With this, I'm going to share the screen for national anthem. Immediately, I will share the feedback form. Tomorrow also, again, we have the same time, same 2:30 to 4:30 and 4:30 to 6:30. Thank you very much. With this, see you tomorrow at 2:30.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Jai Hind, thank you. I'm sharing feedback form. Please fill. If you have any queries, you can text, no problem. I will wait for another 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah, please fill the feedback form. YouTube viewers also, you can fill. YouTube viewers also, please fill. Sorry, I think I posted some other thing. Yeah, I'm posting the link. This one I shared this link regarding software. Okay, please. Now you fill. This is the right link.
Congratulations, Dr. Amreswaran garu.
Sir, thank you very much, sir, for your valuable presence, and Kranti Kumari madam also, and because of you, many participants are always joining. Subramanian sir from SV University, Political Science, how are you, sir?
Yeah, raining is over, Amar.
Sir, still here, just stopped, sir. No rain right now.
You are Japan. It is Indian Japan.
Yeah. We are staying in bamboo huts, well, staying in a double bedroom, hall, kitchen.
Wow.
Very nice, sir. Natural setting.
Okay, Amar. See you.
Okay, sir. See you, sir. Tomorrow, sir, at 4:30, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Feedback not working. Feedback links are not working.